Desi Martinez Promotions presents a fighter's first showcase. Brought to you by Quintana Rum. Live from the beautiful Boeing Center at Techport in San Antonio, Texas. Get ready for an exciting night of world-class boxing. A Desi Martinez promotion.
Ricardo and Joe Komi, and your referee for tonight, Tyrone Parker. Introducing first, in the blue corner, fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, with a record of 0-2, standing at 6 feet 1 inches, and weighing in officially at 235 pounds. Born in New York, it's Dariel Sanchez! And in the red corner, fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, currently ranked 194th in the United States, with a record of 4 victories and 6 losses, with 2 wins by way of knockouts. Weighing in at 225 pounds, please welcome Nicolas Big Panther Calamaco! You're not good. You're not good. You have big questions. Touch them up. Touch them out.
Our official for this first fight of the night is Mr. Tyrone Parker. Heard him give the instructions. 4 rounds here for a heavyweight bout. We have heard him throughout the broadcast. The champ, Jessie James Leha, Carolina Teague alongside. And as we get set, you're going to hear a lot more of them than you are of me, and rightfully so, as we're underway, round 1 of our first fight of the night.
Right off the bat, the Nightmare is going to stick out that jab, keep the shorter Calamaco on the outside, and try to catch him coming in. Because, you know, he's a tall fighter, long reach, and you want to keep the shorter guy at a distance like he's doing right now.
This is actually a really exciting fight because this is not their first fight against each other. This is actually their rematch. And Dariel Sanchez lost against Nicolas Calamaco on his last fight, and he was now saying he has something to prove. He doesn't think that was a fair decision by the judge, and his foot slipped out the ring, so he thinks it was called as a knockdown, and unrightfully so. So now he's looking to get his vengeance against Mr. Calamaco.
Yeah, you mentioned champ Calamaco trying to get inside there, trying to make things uncomfortable for Sanchez. Carolina talking about the first time they fought not that long ago, November 18th to be exact, about a week before Thanksgiving. They fought over at Smoke Sky Bar in a matchup that Sanchez was able to win by a split decision.
And there's nothing, I mean, you know these guys already, so they fought each other, so they're just going off when they last left off.
The Pink Panther, their champ, connecting with a right.
It's starting where it left off.
And the Pink Panther name is actually a really great name. He has a gym right here in San Antonio off 1604 and 90. He opened it about a year ago, and he actually used to train Dariel Sanchez. And his motivation for winning this fight is that he doesn't want the teacher to beat the student.
Yeah, a former boxer here in San Antonio who opens the gym. Jessie James Leha blazing a lot of trails, not just in the ring, but outside of as well, something we've talked about throughout the broadcast as well. An honor to have Jessie James Leha and Carolina Teague here alongside as we get through round 1. You see on the left corner of your screen there at home or in the car, although if you're watching this in the car, please be careful. Don't be the one driving. There we go. A little uppercut by Sanchez trying to ward off the Pink Panther.
And one of the things that they both have in common is that their motivation for getting into the sport of boxing was they were both bullied growing up, and they're trying to prove that through their love of sport, boxing can make you feel alive, confident, determined. And this is a challenge for the both of them. There's no bad blood or animosity between both of them, and they both respect each other as fighters, but they did say they're going to give it their all tonight.
Calamaco an overhand right moments ago. There's a left jab, trying to keep Sanchez off balance. You see both of them spending the good part of this first round, taking some shots, but for the most part trying to feel each other out. Little combination there for Dariel.
Oh.
Escapes.
Huge Calamaco punch.
The hook there by Calamaco. Well, both these fighters trying to figure each other out, champ. Kind of a busy first round. Both kind of active here in the early going.
Yeah, like I said, they fought already, so they don't. They're just hope. That's what I did when I fought Zuma Nelson 4 times. We don't have to fill each other out. We've been fighting forever, so these guys have fought already, and they just want to start where they left off.
Round 1 in the books, right here at the Boeing Techport. Beautiful facility here, opened not too long ago, 2 years ago, 2022 to be exact. And a facility that already has seen its share of fights. A couple that Jessie James Leja, you have come by and attended for, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, a few fights already.
There's been a lot of fights here, but this is the very first fight for DMP Boxing. And the crowd is looking really nice right now. It's pretty packed, especially for being the undercard. It's going really well.
Our ring girls tonight, Naomi Christian, Megan Ezel, Katrina Kat Olbrecht, and Mallory Plum. You'll see them throughout the night, have seen them throughout the broadcast. Our ring goes here for, as Carolina mentioned, the first bout and card brought to you by Desi Martinez Promotions in conjunction with a Fighters First Showcase. There's the bell for round 2. Sanchez, early jab.
That first round was a close round. I give it to Calamaco because he was going forward and being aggressive the first 2 minutes of the round. And the last minute, Sanchez started coming forward and trying to land some punches. But Calamaco still did most of the work, like he is right now. Oh, Sanchez coming in.
Combination there for Sanchez.
Yep, look good. You always want to catch a guy coming, the shorter guy coming. As soon as he gets in within distance, you want to stick out that jab or the 1-2 down the middle.
And one of the things that Calamaco said that he is looking forward to, and one of the strengths, is keeping Dariel on the outside and against the ropes. And he's pretty much been working him to the outside throughout this second round.
A couple of sweeping shots. A lot of Calamaco shots, but a lot of them hitting the arms, though. They're champ, I'm noticing.
They're very wide and loopy, and it takes a long time to get to the target. And by that time, Sanchez sees it and covers up.
A left connecting, kind of getting through a little bit there for Sanchez.
Nice uppercut by Sanchez. He needs to finish that up with the left hook, right hand, or not just throw one punch at a time.
Overhand left there by the Pink Panther. Looking to come in, Sanchez. Trying to keep him off balance, champ. Go ahead.
Going backwards like Sanchez, it takes so much energy out of you going backwards. It's just not a natural movement for you to go back, and it's a mental thing as well.
See, those are the kinds of tidbits that you get when you have former world champions and 2-time world champions at that describing the action. Because I think, champ, a lot of folks who don't know the sport, aren't intimately familiar, would be surprised to hear something like that. Wait a minute, going backwards, really? That saps some of your energy?
Yeah, and that's what made Muhammad Ali, Mayweather, that makes him so good, because it's so hard to go back and fight and be successful because you're on the back part of your leg, you're leaning back, and you're not able to catch your opponent because you're going backwards. And if you do land the punch, it doesn't mean much because you're going backwards. But like Ali and Mayweather, those guys, they made it work for them.
Sanchez covering up, although the Pink Panther there with a left hand. Now an uppercut, righty for Calamaco.
Now, Calamaco did express that he is actually trying to tire out Sanchez. That was actually one of his game plans for tonight in being successful against this rematch. And he's been doing a great job being aggressive and getting Dariel right where he needs him.
Carolina mentioning these two fighting in November not that long ago for Dariel. He most recently fought in December. A no decision, no contest versus Jerome Aiken, as we hear the warning there for 10 seconds. Action picking up here. Sanchez has Calamaco against the ropes. And there's the round, and we are halfway through this heavyweight matchup scheduled for 4 rounds right here.
And that's another thing that gets you tired. Being on the ropes when someone throwing haymakers at you, that tires you out as well.
So, Jeb, you assessed round 1 and said you gave the edge to the Pink Panther there in round number 1. Your initial thoughts here on round 2?
It started the same way. Calamaco's starting strong and then fatiguing towards the end, and Sanchez winning the last part of the round.
Carolina, your thoughts on that second round?
I think Calamaco has been doing a great job showing why he is the coach, why he is the teacher, and he's doing a great job sticking to what he wanted to do, which was make sure he's able to come out on this rematch on top in order to prove a point that he is a coach. He's worked exactly where he needs to be, and he's more experienced.
Set for round number 3, we mentioned Jerome Aiken, the last opponent before tonight for Dariel Sanchez. Before that, the fight against Calamaco in November. Before that, his debut in September, a loss by unanimous decision to a young man named Kenyon Walker. Here we go, underway with round number 3.
Now we have Calamaco on the outside of the ring, trying to dance, use his distance, and try to catch. Now he's trying to catch Sanchez coming in. Now we have the shorter fighter on the outside. Oh, good
Combination there, champ for
Great
Pink
body shot.
Panther.
Yeah, great body shot. by
Right to
Panther.
the chest.
And that is one of his strengths that he mentioned that he had was body shots, body work, being aggressive, and he's been showing that every single round. One of the things that makes the Pink Panther who he is the fact that he was bullied. It drives him to be better, and he even said at 33 years old, even though he's older in age as far as being a boxer is concerned, it still shouldn't deter anybody from doing their dream, and for him, his dream is boxing. That's why he's here tonight.
How about for Calamaco, champ? He's listed at 5'7". Shorter center of gravity there. If you're Sanchez, speak to that challenge.
Well, I mean, first of all, you want to Sanchez just keep him on the outside because he definitely has the reach. I mean, me being the shorter guy all my career, you really have to work harder than the other fighter and work your way in, slip punches coming in, try not to get hit, and throw your punches as well. So it's a tough task, but he's being aggressive, and that's what you want to do. You want to back up the taller fighter. It negates his height.
Calamaco, after going to the body for so much of the bout, taking a couple of shots there. It touches his head, a slip. Look from this vantage point like his foot just slipped out of the ring.
Yep.
That slip there not caused by any kind of a punch. And now it's Calamaco going forward. Again, Sanchez, as the champ has mentioned throughout the fight, on his heels, moving backward.
The first 2 rounds, he was going forward the first few minutes of the first couple of minutes, and then at the end, he backs up. I don't know if he gets tired and starts backing up or it's by strategy. But he'll start backing up in a few minutes like he did the first 2 rounds.
And you'll notice that a lot of Calamaco's combinations start with the body and then he goes upstairs.
Which he wants to make sure that Sanchez drops his hands before he goes upstairs. See, now he's backing up. See that? Now he's backing up during a fight. He's not being aggressive. This is the time that Sanchez needs to jump on him if he wants to do anything.
And Sanchez there, kind of as Champ mentioned, taking his time there, not really being the aggressor, biding his time. Final 30 seconds of round number 3, the second to last round here in this 4-round heavyweight fight to start tonight's Fighters First Showcase card. Sanchez now has Calamaco in the corner, and there's the bell. We're through 3. One more to go in Carolina. Want to get your initial thoughts here on that round and what we saw.
I feel like there was a lot of more aggression from Calamaco. I think he's been showing his dominance throughout the fight, doing exactly what he set out to do, which is being aggressive, getting him outside on the ropes, and just being that type of fighter that shows exactly why he's meant to be here. And Dariel Sanchez, his foot slipping out of the ropes was exactly what happened in the last fight where he lost. They said the judge ruled that as a knockdown. They didn't do that this time, so he got some grace here in this moment, but it does look like the advantage, I would say, would be Calamaco.
Calamaco, a 33-year-old fighter, has a year on Dariel Sanchez, who's 32. As you've seen throughout the fight, Sanchez with the height advantage, 6'1" compared to Calamaco's 5'7". We talked about their weights, 235 for the Nightmares, Dariel Sanchez, 225 for the Pink Panther Calamaco. Champ, as we start the 4th and final round, your thoughts there on round number 3?
I think Calamaco's been doing most of the work in the beginning of the round. It's just the last minute he tires out and he starts backing up, and that's what the refs see the last part of the round. So hopefully not, because he has been winning the fight.
And it sounds like Sanchez's cornermen were telling him the same thing that you might have been talking about a little while ago, Champ. He looks to be a little bit more aggressive here.
Yeah.
To start this 4th round.
He does that at the beginning of the round, then he tires out.
In the corner for Dariel Sanchez, Rod Rodriguez, Daniel Vasquez, and Ruben Williams. In the red corner for Calamaco, you've got Joe Lopez, Rudy Enriquez, and Christopher Diaz.
And as we know, Joe Lopez was the trainer of Robert Piquín Quiroga.
Yeah.
Now, Dariel is coming out really aggressive right now in this round, and he's using his longer reach to his advantage right now, and his jabs have been really strong for the fourth.
There we go. The Nightmare looking to be, as mentioned, he's moving forward a little bit more, but the Pink Panther doing just enough to keep him off balance, prevent that full-fledged attack from coming at him. The Nightmare backing up. Big uppercut. He just missed.
Missed it, yeah. Pink Panther's a little tired, but he's still punching. He's still going forward now.
Yeah, you can speak to just how heavy these arms get at this point in the fight,
yeah,
right?
yeah. And sometimes you don't even care about the defense. You just want to let your hands go.
Couple of big swings for the Pink Panther here. Both guys.
Those big swings and big misses to tire you out.
Right. Both guys sensing it's that last round. They know
it's a close fight, though. It's a very good fight. It's very close.
It's been a really good fight.
Sanchez shoving the Pink Panther right again as the crowd begins to get into it. Now beginning to chant. Will it be the Nightmare, Dariel Sanchez, or the Pink Panther, Nicolas Calamaco? Both of them from right here in San Antonio. Heavyweights. Big swing and a miss again for the Pink Panther. Sanchez moving back. Now countering.
Sanchez is doing well at the last round.
He's
staying busy. He's just staying busier than Calamaco.
For me, I think the thing about Sanchez that sets him apart is he just recovered from a foot injury and has been retraining to get back in the ring. And this is a big moment for him, win or lose. It'll set the standard for him as far as moving forward is concerned with his boxing career, which is he's wanting to prove a point, wanting to move up in the ranks, and trying to prove that he can come back and get a win.
You see referee Tyron Parker saying, watch the elbows here. Good shot. Sanchez now beginning to go forward. Calamaco, boy, you see those tired legs.
Yeah, he's tired, those legs.
Going to the body. Final 10 seconds. Both fighters looking to close with a flurry. Both fighters giving everything they got, and there's the final bell. 4 rounds, we're going to the scorecards.
Good first fight. Good action.
You see the Pink Panther there. You see Dariel Sanchez heading over to his corner, and now we await the scorecards to see who won this 4-round heavyweight fight between the Pink Panther and Nicolas Calamaco, who came into this fight with a 4-6 record against Dariel Sanchez, who came in looking for his first win, 0-2, and as Carolina mentioned earlier, one of those 2 losses already coming to the Nightmare, Sanchez. So as we wait for the final scorecards, I want to get predictions from each of you. Carolina, your thoughts? Who would you say won this fight?
I'm going to give it to Calamaco. I think he was aggressive and did exactly what his game plan was to do, which was to use his short height to his advantage, work body shots, which he did a great job of keeping him along the ropes. And he did have some moments where he was tired, like Jessie said, but I think overall he was the one who is going to be coming out on top in this rematch.
Champ, thoughts on who you predict is going to win this? Well, predict's the wrong word. After watching what we saw, who you think is going to be the winner?
I feel Calamaco did most of the work for the most part of the fight, and I think that's what the judges will see, that he was busier for the most part. He tired out towards the end, but for the first couple of minutes, he was busier in all 3-4 rounds.
If you can speak to that, Champ, because I know as spectators, as fans, when we watch a fight, a lot of times we'll hear folks say, it was a close fight, but so-and-so was busier, so we're going to give the edge to that fight. There's something to be said for taking the action to somebody,
exactly,
right?
When there's a close fight, they're going to go to style. They're going to go to who did more in the ring, what they wanted to do, who's being effective aggressiveness. So they'll see that as well. But the bottom line is who landed more punches and who did the better work.
And we take it to Humberto Lopez in the ring to announce tonight's winner.
Judge Espero and Judge Ramos Mendez both scored at 37-39. Judge Tovey scores at 39-37 by split decision. And your winner, El Pink Panther Sanchez.
You both called it.
Very close fight, though.
You both called it.
Close fight.
Did it surprise either one of you that it was a split decision?
My apologies. That will be
Dariel showing respect to Calamaco.
Yeah.
Dariel Sanchez, the winner.
That's surprising me.
Okay. Just as I was about to ask both of you if you were surprised by the split decision, instead it's Dariel who gets the split decision.
I'm telling you, it just depends on what the judges want to see for this fight. Do they want to see the aggressor guy? Do they want to see the guy who's backing up? Is it the boxer? Is it the bigger punches? It just depends on what the judges see. So you have 3 judges, you have 3 different opinions as well.
Carolina, I assume this surprised you a little bit as well.
Absolutely. There's a reason why I'm not a judge. It's obviously because I can't call the fight the way the same everybody else did. But I was totally expecting the Pink Panther to come out on top. But Dariel Sanchez got the win like he said he would. He said the last time he fought against him, it was a bad decision. And now he's proved himself and got exactly what he wanted, which is his win and to prove that he's ready for the next step.
So Dariel Sanchez gets his first career win, now 1-2, and he avenges that loss to Nicolas Calamaco from back in November when these two fought over at the Smoke Barbecue at Sky Bar.
You know what I said? The guy was being, Calamaco was being aggressive the first part. The Sanchez being busy the last part of the fight, and that's what the last thing the judges see as well. The last thing I saw was him being aggressive. So, it carries on.
All right, so your winner in the first fight of the night, a split decision. Dariel Sanchez wins it on the star cards over Nicolas Calamaco, 2-1. Streaming wherever you are, we thank you for watching. We hope you've enjoyed a night of excellent boxing here at the Boeing Center, Techport, San Antonio. We say good night. Happy Easter, everyone, tomorrow, and we will see you next time. And this has been a Desi Martinez Promotions production.